Hello everyone. Sorry I couldn't be live today, but unfortunately we are currently going through a Category 2 hurricane and its aftermath down here in New Orleans. I am Alina Robinson, the Director of Sustainability and Quality Control for Xavier University of Louisiana. As we were conducting our first year of participation in Recyclemania, I was also starting my first year as the Director of Sustainability for the campus. A little background info on us. Xavier is a small, historically Black and Catholic university with approximately 3,000 plus students. Our specialties lie in the areas of STEM and the health field, with pharmacy being our top area of study. About 4 years ago, Facility Planning and Management decided to hire a sustainability director to manage sustainability initiatives on campus. And that then director coined the term XULA Green for our sustainability team. Our first major initiative on campus was to build up the recycling program that facilities and a few other faculty and staff had started. Around 2019, I transitioned into the director position, and because I had a good relationship with the previous director, I was able to continue and advance what she had started. So because we had a recycling program in place, my assistant and I felt we could successfully enter the Recyclemania competition to at least try it and see how we would have fared out. After reading through the website and accompanying entry documents, we met to discuss a plan of action. The first few meetings we had, we developed a schedule or a timeline of events from beginning to foreseeable end. And basically throughout the entire process, we met frequently and adapted the schedule as needed. One of the major tasks during our planning and meeting was to decide who and what help we needed. Our team was responsible for initial planning and at least basic management of our participation. And then we included the volunteers, the donors, and sponsors to fit in where we needed more assistance. So XULA Green, which is the sustainability team, we did do all the planning. We did the event setups. We coordinated all the events. We managed the events. We procured all the basic supplies, such as a purchase of a rolling weighing scale, which is very important. So if you don't have one, that might be one of the first things that you look at getting. Our volunteers were the ones that helped with outreach and activities, so they assisted us with the events. They would take pictures. They would help us post stuff on social media. They also helped with weighing and collecting the recycling. And then our sponsors and donors were the ones that provided us with some of our prizes. They donated items such as our Rubicon donated a sorter recycle station for us, and even our custodial contractors helped above and beyond with liners and other recycling needs that we had. Although the main purpose of this year's participation was to start getting students involved in more of our recycling efforts, we were ultimately able to show the entire Xavier community we are serious about recycling and to hopefully promote the fact that they need to be involved as well. As a result of all our hard work and organization, Xavier University was able to complete the season and place even amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, we participated in 2 areas, and per capita classic diversion, we were able to score 32 out of 189 schools. And then game day basketball, we ranked 26 out of 32, and partly because our participation was quite low due to the fact that that was the first weekend of COVID really taking effect of the country and having a lot of people stay at home. As a side note, as part of the post-competition review and activities, we were invited to submit a case study on our first year of participation by Recyclemania. And so that is something also pretty cool to participate in as well. So how will we improve going forward? Going through COVID-19 hindered many of our efforts, especially like I mentioned earlier for the game day, but we still had a very positive experience. And so in the upcoming season, we plan to start all processes early, especially since we're still going through the pandemic. One of the first things we're going to do is try to get students more involved and invested by partnering with a student group. So right now we're looking at working with SGA and their sustainability cabinet. Second, we want to promote events longer and more creatively. So right now we have won a grant through Keep Louisiana Beautiful, and that is actually helping us promote through social media recycling on campus. So we've been doing that all semester long and having little small contests that way. Third, we want to host more in-house events to build up excitement. So along with that Keep Louisiana Beautiful activity, we are hosting events, win a prize for answering a quiz online, get caught recycling, those type of things. And four, we want to seek more sponsors. Some last words of advice. You won't know how you'll do until you try. So gather up your basic recycling processes and just go for it. So remember these few tips to help you through. One, recruit volunteers and helpers early and become good friends with your custodial crew. You never know who you may need, so get in now. Number two, create a running schedule on a platform such as Google Docs of all activities, events, and tasks to do pre and post competition. And the running doc is good because as you change it, it changes for everyone that has access to the document, and more than one person can use it. Third, early on, create and practice a way to monitor and weigh your recycling for the entire campus, or if you're just doing one building or a certain area. What we did, we use Google Docs a lot, and we use a Google Doc chart. And on the chart, we list all our bin outside exterior bin locations, and we monitor those 1 to 2 times a week. And we note if the bin is 0% full, 25%, 50%, up to 100% full. And we even take pictures of it, and we can put all of that information in a chart every week. Fourth, participate in as many preseason activities as possible and utilize as many of the resources you can that Recyclemania provides. They have a lot of good resources, such as the graphics that we use for our flyers. They have a lot of webinars that provide you more information and help. They got a lot of activity ideas, and the case studies are very helpful too, because you can gain a lot of helpful information from other schools or organizations that have been through this before you. Well, looks like I'm at the end. If you have more questions, feel free to call me. I'm Helena Robinson, 504-520-7236, or you can email me anytime. You can also follow us on any of our social media platforms. We are listed as XULA Green, and we are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.